elections and tariffs and AI, oh my, with lots of stuff going on in the world, in the news lately, I wanted to talk about controlling the controllables. So we have the federal election coming up end of April on Monday, April 28th. Be sure to get out and vote, have your vote stand and matter, and vote for the party and the representative, most importantly, because technically that's who you're electing, is your riding's representative who's representing you at the federal level. It was exciting news that Alberta is getting, I think it's 4 new ridings based on all the population. So it's a big win for Alberta. We'll have more representation in Ottawa. But most importantly, I know for a lot of people it affects their mindset, their motivation, they feel angst and worry and all those things. So what I want to talk about is 3 things you can do and that you can control in times like this, or really any time of turmoil. So the first is your mindset. You can control how you think and where you focus on. So my recommendation for that, and it's something I do myself, is I try to actively not watch the news, not go on social media as much, and consume more positive content and focus on really the things that I have control over and the things that really matter to me, like my family and my business, and what we can do positive in the world, right? How you can impact your clients, how you can create positivity and do good things. And so we can control that, having that positive mindset and giving yourself input that's on the positive front, not being so worried because of all the back and forth and crazy news that's out there all the time these days. The second is your actions. So you can always control what you do. You're not in control of what politicians choose to do or say, or other governments do or say, or just things that happen out of our control in general, like accidents, life events, health events. What we can do is control the actions that we take. So in this business, those actions are like, again, consuming positive content and getting your mind right, and then prospecting, making outbound marketing efforts, giving value to your database, helping clients navigate those same uncertainties. You can take action to educate yourself of scenario 1, scenario 2, scenario 3. I often do that when I try to be able to disseminate that information down to all of you guys. I'll go through, look at all the options, educate and kind of myself on it, and then go, okay, well, right now my personal opinion is, even with the tariffs in the States, and either way that our federal election goes, it's probably a net positive for Edmonton. It's just how much positive it will be. The rest of the country is experiencing a slowdown and anticipated to have a recession and some of those things, largely Ontario because of auto manufacturing and some of that stuff. So we'll likely see even more migration to Edmonton. And right now Edmonton is like the hottest market in the country. But again, that's what we can control, is the actions we take. So have a daily habit of, exercise, positive food, positive inputs, drink enough water, just get out in the sun, all the things that we can control those. And now last but not least, which I think is sort of one of the hardest things to do, but is not letting yourself worry, right? Or get sucked in to the energy and actions of others. So I would say the third is like kind of putting up blockers or blinders and acknowledging your own your own capacity. Often it's something actually Cheryl and I will discuss on a daily basis in our household, between Shane and I and Rob and I and the other leadership team and staff. It's just like, where are you at with capacity? Like, how full are you? I'll hit days where I'm like, that's it, I'm tapped out. Like, I've dealt with too many high emotion things today. I can't deal with any more high emotion things. I'm gonna do basic work, or like the things that are easier for me to do that don't require a lot of like emotional or mental brain power if I'm at capacity. So acknowledge your own capacities, acknowledge those limits, and ask for support when needed. If you need support from us, that's what we're here for. If it's real estate related, from another agent to cover for you, or you're just not feeling it with a particular client or whatever, ask for support and acknowledge those limitations that you have. And I think one of the biggest things is, like we talk about all the time, collaborative industry leaders, is like put yourself in scenarios where you can feel better, like come to the office, even just work from the office. We hear that from agents all the time. They love the amount of training we do, the events we do, because it gets them out of their house, it gets them out of their car and just kind of living the, sometimes lonely realtor life, create opportunities to connect with others. And I think we all know we feel better almost immediately when we make those kind of connections. So control the controllables. And as always, ask for support if you need it. That's what we're here for. Talk soon.